Letha Smith. I am the co-founder of 20 Dishes, which is a website that's dedicated to the mission of getting real food on every table in America and bringing back that family table. Real food is food that has been minimally processed, if at all, has very few ingredients, and in fact the ingredients are the food. And so 20 Dishes is dedicated to making sure that that is accessible to every family and every person, making sure that we change the world one meal at a time. So changing the world one meal at a time started with me, as most changes do. You have to start with yourself. My real food story is that I had gastric bypass because I was morbidly obese, and I thought that that was my path to become healthy. And was a great step on my journey, one of the hardest decisions I've made in my life, but I soon came to realize that it was not the magic bullet, it was not the end point, but just a step, and that I needed to make bigger changes, and those included pulling real food into my life and stopping the packaged meals and the drive-through and the, who knows what's in it, food. But it says low fat, or it says healthy, and so I was eating it, but I was realizing that my body was still unhealthy. And so I found real food. I found the paleo lifestyle, if you've heard of it, I'm sure you have. So I eliminated a bunch of common allergens, and I saw my skin clear up. So all of my eczema was gone, chronic sinusitis gone. All of these ailments that I had were eliminated by moving to a real food diet. And so I switched my whole family, husband and kids, all to a real food diet because I wanted to make sure that they had the same health benefits that I do. I mean, my children's generation is the first generation that is expected to have a 10-year shorter lifespan than ours. That is mind-boggling to me. I was watching something on the internet, and it looked like, they were showing these kids basic fruits, tomatoes, cauliflower, and they could not name or identify these vegetables, these fruits and vegetables. And so I then felt like, oh my goodness, this generation, if we don't do something, is doomed to be less healthy than the current generation. I mean, there's $71 billion are spent on preventable healthcare, things that could be completely prevented. And so 20 Dishes is that solution to this issue. We're teaching people how to cook. You walk away with a skill that's been lost over generations, that kids don't have the ability to classes in school anymore to cook. And so we're just basically taking that right to a healthy life away from them. And so 20 Dishes is on a mission to bring that back. When you come to a 20 Dishes workshop, you walk away with a skill, you walk away with delicious recipes, and you walk away with the camaraderie and friendships and bonds that are built over the kitchen table and in the kitchen, the same ones that I grew up with my mom and her sisters, all in the kitchen cooking and sharing stories. And it's been a wonderful experience that I wanted to pass on. And so that's why I co-founded 20 Dishes, is to be able to change the world one meal at a time, to make sure that real food is accessible to every single person, and to bring back that family dinner time. So I hope you'll join me on a mission, and I will see you in the kitchen.